Hey guys, and welcome to a quick cut Halloween edition of Gifted Monkey TV, all things toy and toy related. I'm your host, Jordan Preston, and right now we're going to take a quick look at my very limited but very, I think, cool looking Halloween horror action figure and toy displays, what I collect in that. Here we go. Let's take a quick look and get it going. We got the Sideshow Vintage Bela Lugosi in his coffin. Very nice. That coffin opens and raises too. Very good. Here we have Herman Munster from the Munsters. Always love that show. This is a Toys R Us exclusive. That's how long I've had that thing. Toys R Us have been out of business for a long time. Herman, although they're coming back right now, I hear. They got 10 locations opening up in 2026. Here we have McFarlane. This is a 13-inch figure right here. This is a 12-inch Sideshow figure from the 90s, I want to say, early 2000s. Another Sideshow, Ghost of Frankenstein. It's supposed to be Glenn Strange, and I love Glenn Strange. He's actually one of my favorite Frankenstein portrayals. Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, the best looking savage Frankenstein. But he doesn't look exactly like him, but they got the nose part right of Glenn Strange, if I can capture that right. There we go. So he looks a little Glenn Strange, but he's supposed to be the Glenn Strange version of Frankenstein as he was in Ghost of Frankenstein, that movie. Here we have a Mesco, the Mummy. Look at that Boris Karloff capture. And he's almost like a deformed, but he's kind of cool. They did get great detail in that. That's Mesco doing their thing right there. Here we have a model kit from the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, Rawhead Rex, which is kind of like a cult classic movie. Look it up. It's an Australian horror movie called Rawhead Rex, and this was the villain / monster in that movie. Very funny, very cool, savage movie. It didn't age too well, the movie, but the character looks great. Rawhead Rex. Of course, we know Sam from Trick or Treat. That's NECA. Cloth goods on him. Here we have another Mesco. Frankenstein. Look at that Frankenstein. That is pretty darn cool. Nice clothing. Here we have the box. the art drawing of Trick or Treat that came on the NECA figure. I like that picture so much, I decided just to feature it and put it there. Here we have Legends from McFarlane. Years old. This thing is from the early 2000s. Such a great figure. Look at the sculpt on that. He captured that figure so well. The subject matter for movie maniacs. Here we have another Sideshow action figure, but this is like a 7-inch, 8-inch Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein, one of my favorite monsters. Classic monsters, Frankenstein. And then here we have the Relic, the beast from the movie The Relic. This was a model kit that I put together and painted. Anybody remember that classic cult movie, The Relic? That was a great movie, man. That was a cool monster. And he was clinging to the wall. Very nice. Here we have another favorite monster of mine, Jeepers Creepers. I tell you, man, the first Jeepers Creepers was so awesome. Second was pretty good. The rest of them, to me, in my opinion, were terrible. Just a degrade of it. And different directors and stuff took it over, helmed it, and owned it, and just kind of messed it up. But the original, if you can catch the original with Justin Long, it's a classic. That could have been a monster on the scale of Freddy or Jason. Such a good monster character. The director was, unfortunately, not a good guy. So I think it got all messed up in that sauce during the time. But this is a Jeepers Creepers action figure, 12-inch action figure, the Creeper. I put the wings on him. I put that body in him. Put that body on him. Right there, that body. But he was a great character. Speaking of Jeepers Creepers, we've got a Jeepers Creepers Funko Pop. Nice deal, I like that. Here we have Frightening Lightnings. Oh, this is old too, Johnny Lightning. Wow. I think this is also, I had this signed by George Barris. Somewhere on here, if I move Jeepers Creepers out the way, there's a signature of George Barris, who created and made the Batmobile for 1966. He also created this Monster Coach and the Monster Dragster for the Monsters TV show in the 60s. I love that coach. That's a Johnny Lightning. Very nice. Little card, House of Frankenstein. Love it. House of Frankenstein, I think, is where this came from, not Ghost of Frankenstein. Sorry, House of Frankenstein. I stand corrected right in front of my face, and I've had it for years, and I said Ghost of Frankenstein. House of Frankenstein with Glenn Strange as the monster. Here we have the Bride of Chucky. Chucky and his bride, Tiffany. This is McFarlane, too, from years ago. Late 90s, early 2000s. Love it. They did great detail on that figure. Look at that. I just haven't found, even NECA has taken it over in recent years, and I haven't found anybody that's done a really better version than this at this size for action figures than the old McFarlane 2-pack. Here you have a creation I made called Hood Rat and his girl Catnip sculpture that I did. Hood Rat, and the guy called his Catnip. It's got a hunk of Swiss cheese on it on a gold chain. Firing his gun, gangster style. Hood Rat. Here we have Lost in Space Robot. I love that. If you press the button, it should make sounds, but I think this thing hasn't pressed buttons in years, so it won't make the sound. But very cool. 1/6 scale. In the back, we have the monster from that great movie with Gene Wilder, Young Frankenstein. That was such a cool, funny movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. This is from Sideshow as well. And there we go. Boys and ghouls. Look at my small, like I said, but mighty, I hope, horror action figure, given that Halloween is right now, right around this time. I hope you all have a great, safe, fun Halloween. Thanks for checking in. If you feel so inclined, please give a thumbs up. Take care of yourselves. Tune in for other videos. And I'll check you guys out later. Bye.